Hey, Money Magnet. Good morning. It's your Uncle Charles here. Really great to see you. This morning I was going to cover, as usual, futures, NASDAQ, and I also wanted to take a look at crude oil, CL1 exclamation mark. That is the ticker symbol for it. We'll start off with futures. So yesterday, Uncle spoke about the 60-50 level, and we can see that it managed to clear yesterday, and now we have the new candle leading to more upside. This morning it broke out the 60.84 level, cleared on the 15-minute chart. I would assume. Let me take a look at the 15-minute chart. Okay, so beautiful right here. We cleared 60.84. It definitely led to more upside. Very nice. So yeah, 15-minute chart, 30-minute chart is I like to use for the intraday breakouts and breakdowns. And we saw in the 15-minute chart that it cleared that 60.84 level, leading to more upside. We're hitting the top of the wedge here, and also my fib level around 61.40. So overall looking bullish. And this is why I say price action is the shepherd. It's the true shepherd and we are the sheeps. They had us pretty bearish with all the news and the war talk. And then what happened? We had talks of a ceasefire, and then now it led to a bounce back to the upside. But either way, it's, the most important thing is like following the price action, because we don't know what's going to happen with the news. They're going to continue with the war, if it's going to end the war. This is good news though, and the market likes it. The ceasefire, the market likes it. We popped up back to the upside. You were able to get that false breakdown setup. Very nice. But the question now is, are we going to get more upside? Because now that we hit the top of the wedge, is it pullback time, or we're going to get a nice pullback? As usual for me, for Uncle to really trust rejection from a resistant level, I need to see support level fail. So 61.40 is that critical resistant level, but 61.12 and 60.84 are support levels. So now that we hit the fib level, the resistant level, I like to see, will the bears step up here and break down those support levels? Because if they do, I would trust the rejection more, and I would trust the breakdown more based on the context. However, if futures manage to consolidate and stay above 61.12, we could get some pullbacks here and there. But if futures can manage to stay above 61.12 while consolidating, and 61.40 clears, that would be very bullish. I would definitely long or continue to hold my longs with 61.66, 61.79, and possibly all the way up to 62.30 in play for futures. So most important thing for me is to know the levels and setup so we can trade it in real time. So when you're watching this chart, watch these levels, 61.12 and the 61.40 level. If we break down 61.12 on the 15 to 30 minute chart, there's a good chance we're dropping down to 60.84 or lower. You play it level to level. So if you look to short around the 61.12 level on the breakdown, when we get to the 60.84 level, you want to take most profits on your position, can leave some runners, leave some skin in the game, and to see if 60.84 fails at support, because if it does, it's a really good shot that would drop it down lower, down to 60.50 and maybe back down to 59.93. But it has to start with the breakdown of 61.12 and 60.84. But if we stay overall above 61.12, I'm going to remain bullish, and break it down 61.40 would be bullish follow through. Now the NASDAQ is working on taking out a previous pivot high right now. Monday's high was around 22,222. I do have a fib level at 22,218, but we're taking out that high right now. So based on the context and the structure of the way these candles are, I would stay bullish on NASDAQ as long as above 22,218. That's my recommendation. But if we are going to short, I would like to see 22,218 and support at 22,078 fail at support. So I would definitely trust the rejection from resistant more if those support levels can fail. But if they hold, if NASDAQ can manage to consolidate or pop up some more, but if the price is overall above 22,218, I'm going to remain bullish and assume that more upside is coming. I have a resistant level at 22,300 and 22,397. If those two next resistant levels can clear, we can get to the top of the wedge, which is around 22,530, and above that would be breakout. So remember the levels. If you want to go short, 22,218 and 22,078 are the support levels that needs to fail. And if we are going to remain bullish, I recommend remaining bullish above 22,218 and looking to long if 22,300 and 22,397 can clear. Now my final one is oil, light crude oil futures. Big drop to the downside yesterday, and still looking a bit bearish right now. I have a fib level at 68, and I also have a fib level around 65. It dropped a little below that level yesterday, or this morning actually, trying to get a bounce there. For me to take the bounce more serious, I need to see 68 and 70 recapture, fill the gap, clear a resistant level, and big chance we pop up higher, 71, 73, 74. 65, possibly all the way up to 77 and 78.5. But it would start with the breakout of 68. However, I have support at 66.5 and 65. If we are to get more downside, if the sell-off we had from money continues today, 66.5 and 65 must fail as support. That should send us down to 61, 55 or lower. Guys, thank you so much for coming in this morning and hanging out with me. That means the world, and I hope you were able to find some value in today's video. Thank you. Peace.